Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we're going to have some fun races with our Peppa Pig friends. First up is Peppa Pig in her yellow rocket car. Look at those flames coming out of the back. I think her car is going to be very fast. Next up we have Zoe Zebra in the blue train. There's a yellow star on the front and beautiful lights decorating the side. And we have Rebecca Rabbit in the red dinosaur car. I think it's a Triceratops. Let's move in our racetrack. Hope you don't mind, Kitty, but we're going to have some races today. Can't quite fit it, and Kitty's not moving, so we'll just turn it this way. Perfect. Here goes Rebecca Rabbit. She's doing her warm-up race. And Zoe Zebra. And Peppa Pig. And now it's time for the first race. Peppa Pig versus Zoe Zebra. And it looks like Peppa Pig is the winner of the first race. Now she's up against Rebecca Rabbit. Oh no! Peppa had a little bit of a crash, but she's okay. Let's do the race one more time. And that makes Peppa Pig the winner of today's races. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we have a brand new toy. It's Peppa Pig's Red Car. This set comes with two exclusive figures, a Peppa Pig and a Mummy Pig. Let's get opening. Mummy Pig is ready for summer. She's wearing a bright yellow dress with white flowers. And just like our other figures, her legs bend so she can sit down. Peppa loves the color red, so she's wearing another one of her beautiful red dresses with a white daisy and blue heart-shaped sunglasses on her head. Her dress is similar to this Peppa we have. It's red with a flower. And here is a closer look at the car. There are 4 seats, all for Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig, Peppa, and George. There's a button on the side that says Peppa Pig.
I love our little car, and our little car loves us too, don't you?
Peppa is off to the dentist today. Mummy Pig is bringing George as well. He sits in the back seat. Everyone put on your seat belts.
Are we ready? Hooray! Let's go! Hooray! You there yet?
Mummy Pig has parked the car. She gets out first. Peppa and George know when they get out, they don't run out into the parking lot. They wait for Mummy to come over, and they walk to the dentist office together. Now let's have a look at our old Peppa Pig car. It's very similar. It's just a little lighter red. And the old car came with characters inside. We have a Daddy Pig and Mummy Pig and Peppa Pig. There was no George, but there was a little spot that we could put our George character. Can you spot another difference in the cars? This car, the wheel is on the right side, and the new car, the wheel is on the left side. When we push Daddy Pig down, the car rolls all on its own. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today Susie is sleeping over at Peppa and George's house. It's time to go to sleep. Good night, Peppa. Good night, Susie. Good night, George. Susie and George fall fast asleep, but Peppa's awake, wide awake. Why can't I get to sleep? Let's think of some things that Peppa did tonight that maybe has caused her to stay awake right now. Ah, yes. Peppa had a snack at 7 p.m. Did you know, Peppa, it's important not to eat right before bed. You need your tummy to settle at least an hour before you go to sleep. And the same thing with the screen time, Peppa. It's important not to watch TV or screens an hour before bedtime. The light from the TV makes our brain think that it's light out. Instead of TV, try asking Mommy or Daddy to read you a story. Maybe they can even do it while you're lying down in your bed. Mummy Pig is telling Peppa about all of the recipes they can bake together the next day. Another way to relax your mind at night is to imagine yourself in a peaceful, calm place. Maybe a place in nature. Peppa imagines herself in a beautiful fairyland with grass and moss. Another thing that calms Peppa is Mummy Pig rubbing lavender oil on the bottom of her feet or her wrists. The smell of lavender is very soothing and very calming. And Peppa also needs a nice dark room, maybe with a little nightlight. Now she's ready to fall asleep. She's very tired. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we're going to explore the Playmobil Waterpark with Peppa, Daddy Pig, and George Pig. George notices the shower. We need to shower before we use the water park so we can get clean. Peppa goes first. Okay, George, it's your turn. And Daddy Pig needs a shower too. Peppa and George would like to go on the red water seesaw. But there's a little girl on there right now, so they must wait their turn. Water gets poured into the red bucket, and the little girl goes up. Then the water empties out of the bucket, and the girl goes down. I'm done with the seesaw if you'd like a turn now, says the little girl. Why, thank you, says Peppa. Daddy, how will I get on the seesaw? I'll hold it down for you, Peppa, as you get on. Uh-oh. It looks like even when the bucket is full of water, Peppa is too heavy for this seesaw toy. George is lighter than Peppa. Let's see if George can use the seesaw. We fill the red bucket all the way to the top with water. It still isn't working. George is even too heavy. Daddy Pig has an idea. George can go in the bucket, and Peppa can sit on the other side. We'll add a little bit of water to George's bucket. Back and forth. Whee! Let's go up the red net and see what's at the top. George climbs the red net first. Okay, George, stand away from the edge. Peppa's coming up next. Use both hands when holding the net and climbing up. Daddy Pig is the last one to climb up the red net. Look, Daddy, it's a yellow bridge. Let's go across it. Peppa goes first. George goes second. And Daddy Pig goes last. It's a very wobbly bridge. Be careful, Daddy Pig. Oops! They finally get to the red water slide. Who will go down first? Daddy Pig will go down first so that he can catch George at the bottom. Uh-oh, Daddy didn't go when the light was green. George waits, and now it's safe to go down because the light is green on the pink octopus. Now Peppa waits for the light to turn green. Okay, I'm ready to go. Well, that was a fun day. It's time to go home and have lunch. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today Peppa Pig is attending a very fancy tea party with real fine china and even a little candle that keeps the tea nice and hot. After the tea is done steeping, we can add some milk, and we can even add the sugar of our choice. There's white crystals and brown crystals. And these are the timers. Green means light, white means medium, and brown means dark tea. We're going to go with the white timer and have medium steeped tea. Oh, yummy. Look at all of the delicious food that comes with our tea. On the top is some lunch foods. In the middle are desserts. And on the bottom, a freshly baked scone with jelly and cream. And Tiny Treasures gets a little kid plate with the treats on top, sandwiches in the middle, and a fresh baked scone as well. Tiny Treasures starts with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And guess what? Our tea is ready. Let's pour it into our teacups. It's very hot, so we need to be very careful. Tiny Treasures added some brown sugar crystals to the tea. We need to stir. So the sugar will dissolve. By adding some milk, it'll cool our tea. The scones go perfectly with the tea. We spread some cream and jam on top of them. Mmm. I'm going to dip mine in my tea. Very good. Let's move on to dessert. A chocolate-covered strawberry? Or should we have the marshmallow with the chocolate stick, the cookie, or the cupcake? Peppa tries out some of the chocolate-covered strawberry. And Daddy Pig has some of the chocolate cookie. Ask an adult if they can have a fancy tea party with you. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye.